Dr. Christian's office.
The Vaseline Program, the only show in radio where the audience writes the script. And tonight you're going to hear the $1,000 prize winner, Curare. The honors go to two citizens of Duluth, Minnesota, Joseph C. Cook, promotion manager of station KDAL, and the physician, Dr. Simon G. Sachs, who pooled their talents to produce this unusual mystery story. Jean Hersholt is starred as Dr. Christian, and Rosemary DeCamp plays Judy Price. What is this dry scalp I hear so much about? That's what a lot of men ask. Well, it's just about one of the commonest troubles that men have. It means dry, lifeless hair that's hard to comb, loose, flaky dandruff, that tight, itchy feeling. Combat dry scalp. Check it quickly, easily with Vaseline Hair Tonic. Just 5 drops a day keep dry scalp away. Yes, that's why there are more bottles of Vaseline Hair Tonic sold today than any other hair tonic in the world. Vaseline Hair Tonic checks dry scalp by supplementing the natural scalp oils. It contains no alcohol or other drying ingredients. Vaseline Hair Tonic works with nature, not against it. Vaseline Hair Tonic gives double care, both scalp and hair. Your scalp feels better, your hair is alive looking yet easy to manage, stays in place without being slicked down. Use Vaseline Hair Tonic also before shampooing with massage to help loosen dandruff. Ask your druggist tonight for Vaseline Hair Tonic. The opening scene of Curare is laid in Dr. Christian's familiar office, and that's the popular Judy Price busily typing out her statement.
Good morning, Dr. Christian. Oh, you're late.
I knew it, Judy. And I'm afraid I haven't got a very good excuse this time either. As a matter of fact, I've been standing down on the corner for the last hour.
Standing down on the corner?
I was watching the circus come in.
Why, Dr. Christian.
Oh, you know, Judy, there's something about a circus coming to town that...
Ah, Doctor.
Oh, what's so funny?
Oh, you're still a little boy at heart.
Watching the big wagons come into town brings back a lot of happy memories, Judy. I'll never forget the first time the circus came to my hometown. I'd been waiting all year for it. And the very day the big top went up, I came down with the measles.
Oh, what rotten luck. You must have been heartbroken.
You can bet I was.
Johnson Brothers Greater Shows. They've come to River's End every year since I can remember. They generally put on a pretty good little show, too.
Oh, yes, they do. I'd like to see it.
Why don't you find yourself a companion and take in the performance tonight?
Oh, for goodness sake, who'd want to see a circus with me?
I would.
Well, it's a date, Judy.
Oh.
Do I have any home appointments?
No, none. The sheet's empty for a change.
Good. We'll finish up.
Good morning.
Hiya. Is this the doctor's place?
This is Dr. Christian's office.
How'd you do? Could we make an appointment to see the doc? My name is Brown. This is Benning.
Oh, yes.
We're with Johnson Brothers, the circus.
Oh, yes. Well, this is Dr. Christian.
Well, how do you do, gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
I was just watching your company come in. I'm not busy right now, if you'll like to step into the other room. You, both wanted to see me?
Yeah. Yeah, both of us.
Oh, right in here. Have a seat. Now, what seems to be the trouble?
Plenty, frankly. Well, I don't quite know how to put it. It's the darnest thing.
Well, let's start at the beginning.
Yeah, okay. Well, just a few years ago, Doc, we were known as the world's greatest aerialists, see?
Yes?
Yeah, we were on the big time. The biggest shows in the world.
We were writing our own tickets. But then we began to slip. Our act wasn't going over like it used to. Benning here fell once in Syracuse.
Like to have broke my neck.
Yeah, we felt the act was falling apart, and, well, to make a long story tiresome, we got canned, Doc.
Canned?
Yeah, bounced out, fired.
Oh.
So we got ourselves on a smaller circuit. And that didn't pan out either. We worked for about 6 months on the Midwest run, and our act got worse and worse.
I see.
Our coordination was going haywire. Brown here kept on getting the dizzy spells. He felt weak all the time.
Yeah, like I was starving to death or something. Only I was eating regular, so that couldn't be it.
And anyhow, it got so we couldn't hang on to those ropes like we used to. Weak. Just seems we were getting weak, sort of sick-like.
Yeah, we darn near took a nosedive. So we got bounced out of the Midwest circuit, and here we are playing a one-ringer in small towns. I mean, well, to us it shouldn't happen. We're Benning and Brown.
This weakness, you both seem to have it?
Yeah, that's the funny part. Maybe it's 'cause we're together all the time. The boss figured maybe we got some kind of sickness.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell from just your story, and I wouldn't make a diagnosis without an examination, but it would seem offhand to be something of a polyneuritis.
Poly what?
I can't be sure, as I said, but it sounds like polyneuritis. It's a multiple nerve disorder. If it isn't, I told you I'm not sure. Well, perhaps a good rest and a bit of medication might help. Do you have time for an examination?
Sure, yeah, we'd like to have it.
All right, then. Come right in here. Well, gentlemen, frankly, I'm just a little bit puzzled. It's the oddest thing. You have no temperature.
No?
And you seem healthy enough. Are you easily tired?
Yeah, weak-like.
How long will you be in town?
Oh, we're just going to be here tonight. One performance, Doc.
Well, you might not like this, but my advice, as far as I can judge now, is that you do not perform tonight or any night for some time, until your trouble can be completely diagnosed and corrected.
You mean we should quit the show business?
Temporarily, anyway.
Oh, but Doctor, we can't do that. Why, it's all we know how to do. We can't quit, not even for a little while.
I'm only speaking as a physician. I'm just telling you what I think, and I think you should stay off the trapeze as of tonight. Neither of you is fit.
Yeah, but Doc, we're starring in this outfit. We can't let them down. They can't afford it. And neither can we. You don't know how it is with circus people. The crowds every night, the band, the ring, and all those people gasping, screaming, and clapping. I mean, gosh, we can't quit just like that. I mean, not tonight, anyway.
Yeah, what harm could a few more shows do?
Well, gentlemen, I'm not trying to be dogmatic about this thing. I simply feel you're taking a risk every time you go on.
That's what we get paid for, taking chances. Don't give us that noise about not going on. Come on, Brown, let's blow. We'll see you later, Doctor. Oh, here's a couple of passes for tonight's show. Compliments of Benning and Brown, world's greatest aerialist. See you around.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, see you, Doc.
Well, I told him what I thought. Sorry they got indignant about it. People are funny. Judy,
Yes?
would you come here for a moment?
For goodness sakes, Dr. Christian, what did you tell those two flying trapezers? They slammed out of the outer office as if they'd been highly insulted.
Well, perhaps they have. Well, are you still serious about our date for the circus tonight?
Oh, certainly.
Remind me to take my bag with me, will you?
Your bag? You think you'll need it?
Might seem awfully silly now, but I have a notion I just might.
Certainly turned out tonight. I'll bet there are more people here on the circus grounds than there are in River's End itself.
Farm folks, many of them.
Huh.
There's Sam Silver. Hiya, Sam. He raises cattle about 10 miles south of here.
People certainly flock out for a thing like this.
Hello there, Doctor. Dr. Christian.
Who's that man calling to you?
Where? Oh, that's the circus manager. His name is Henry Pearson. Hello there, Mr. Pearson.
Oh, you do remember me.
Oh, yes. You were in to see me last year when your troupe went through.
That's right. Had a bum leg.
And this is Miss Judy Price, Mr. Pearson, my nurse.
Yeah, very happy to know you.
How do you do?
You're working for a fine doctor.
Oh, I know I am.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Now, Dr. Christian, your ears are red.
How's the show this year, Mr. Pearson?
Oh, terrible. I'm ashamed to take it around. Looked like we had something pretty good when we started out, but all I've been getting is grief.
That's too bad.
My top act is on the fritz. My animals are bad. My horses are getting old. If it wasn't for JoJo, we wouldn't even have a show.
Who's JoJo?
One of the best little clowns ever to run the sawdust. Came in with Benning and Brown. Was with him in the big time.
Oh, Benning and Brown wanted to see me today.
Yeah, I sent him up. Now, there's a funny thing. Used to be the world's best. No fooling. But they've been falling so fast it scares me. It's unbelievable what can happen to a couple of big-timers like that. Why, they wouldn't even be with us if it wasn't for their pal Jojo. Jojo got him on every job they ever had. Got him into the big tents. And now he's still sticking with them.
Great pals, eh?
Yeah. And Jojo's top-notch. None better. Funny little guy. But he's okay. Well, glad to have seen you, Doctor. You'd better hurry in. The performance is about to start. You got tickets?
As a matter of fact, Benning and Brown gave us 2.
Well, hope you enjoy yourself. See you later.
Seems like an awfully nice fellow, despite the fact that he wears clothes that would wake the dead.
Yes, he's a good man. He knows the show business. Well, let's get in while there's still a few seats, eh, Judy? Very clever.
I didn't know dogs could be trained to do things like that. Oh, look, that must be Jojo climbing that rope. Isn't he funny?
Yes. He's doing an imitation of a trapeze artist.
Look at those immense gloves he's wearing.
Judy, look.
What?
It's Benning and Brown. Oh, they're going to go on after all. I told them not to. I hope nothing happens.
Ooh, so do I.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great deal of pride and pleasure that for the first time in Riversend, Johnson Brothers' greatest shows present one of the outstanding aerial acts in the world. Watch them as they climb the ropes to the high-flying trapeze. With danger to life and limb, they will thrill you with their unusual twists and turns through the air. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Benning and Brown.
Danger to life and limb is right.
They certainly work way up, don't they? No net either.
Judy, look. One of them is having a hard time getting up. I don't like the looks of this.
There they go.
My goodness, he almost fell.
What's the matter with them, Doctor?
I don't know, but I do know they shouldn't be up there on that trapeze.
Maybe that slipping is part of the act.
Oh, I know it isn't.
The one on the left is swinging. There he goes. Oh, I can't look. Did he make it?
Yes. Well, yes, he made it. He's hanging on to his partner's hands now. Oh! He dropped him. Come on, Judy. We're going down there. Will you let me through, please? Thank you.
Is there a doctor in the crowd? Is there a doctor in the crowd?
Yes, I'm a doctor. Pardon me, please. Come on, Judy.
I'm right behind you, Doctor.
You're almost to the ring. Excuse me, please.
Look out for that clown, Doctor. He's acting up to keep the crowd quiet. Look out, he'll handspring right into you.
My goodness.
Hey, keep out of the ring. What are you doing out here? Get back in the bleachers. Can't you see you've had an accident?
I'm a doctor. I'm trying to get to the man in the ring.
Keep out. Keep out. They'll look after him.
Well, what do you make of that? He really acted as if he wanted to keep you out.
Hey! Hey, you dropped something. You didn't hear me.
What is it, Doctor?
Little brown bottle. Labeled. Fruit Curare.
Curare? I don't get it.
I don't get it either. What's Curare doing in a circus?
Dr. Christian, hurry up. Let the man through there. Step back, everybody, please. Step back.
I'm coming. Coming. Oh. You took quite a tumble, Benning.
Oh, I shouldn't have gone up. I shouldn't have gone up. You were right.
Oh, take it easy now. Now, this man's leg is broken. I'll have to splint it before we can move him out of the ring.
You were right, Doctor. We should have listened.
It's my fault, too. I'll let him drop, Doc. Oh, it's no use. We can't do it anymore. We're washed up. We can't even hang on. Benning and Brown are washed up.
Oh, outside of a few rope burns, there's nothing else the matter with your friend?
Rope burns are natural. We both have them, Doc.
You both have rope burns?
Yeah, sure. Any rope artist has them if you don't wear gloves.
Rope burns? Well, I've got to get Benning back in shape, but... Mr. Pearson.
Yes, Doctor.
You might think I've suddenly gone insane, but I think you should have that clown Jojo arrested. Right now.
Jojo?
Dr. Christian, whatever for?
I'm not a policeman, but I have a very good reason to believe Jojo is directly involved in an attempted murder.
The circus can be spooky looking at night. Empty bleachers, dim lights, those dangling ropes.
Yes, it does look mysterious, Judy.
Well, Dr. Christian, I hope you know why you brought the police down here. I can't quite see the sense in your story.
I think you'll find a lot of sense in what I'm going to show you, officers. With your permission, Mr. Pearson.
Go ahead, Doctor. The place is yours. But I don't get it either. Where does Jojo fit into this thing?
What was Jojo's usual routine just before Benning and Brown came into the ring?
Well, let's see. He did a little comic impersonation of Benning and Brown on the trapeze before it was raised to the top of the tent.
Exactly. And how long has he been doing this little act?
Oh, he's done that little trick ever since he's been with us. It's always the start of the Benning and Brown number.
Exactly.
I still don't get it. Maybe I've been a policeman too long.
Nothing of the sort. It's something a Riverside policeman would know nothing about. Can you lower the trapeze?
Oh, sure, right away. Lower that rig, Jake.
Yeah, the secret is in the ropes.
They're ordinary ropes. They've been part of the equipment long before Benning and Brown joined the show.
It's not the ropes themselves. It's what has been poured onto them day after day, performance after performance.
What's been poured onto them?
It's my guess it's curare.
What in heck is curare?
It's a poison. See the label on this little bottle? I'm positive a test will show you those ropes are loaded with poison. And furthermore, before we leave this arena, I'm going to prove conclusively that the illness of Benning and Brown was a result of slow poisoning by crude curare. And I think Jojo the Clown knows plenty about it.
It's preposterous. It hit Dr. had a fight to him. I don't know anything about it, I tell you. It's all a bunch of lies that fellow dreamed up. You can't prove that bottle was mine. You can't pin anything on me. I've been Benning and Brown's best friend for years. I taught them all the tricks they know. Made those guys the greatest aerialists in show business. So the poison was on my gloves. So there was poison on the rope, so what? That don't prove that... Oh. So the doc's ready to swear he saw me drop the bottle labeled crude curare. Well, okay, I did it. And I'll do it again. Why should those guys get top billing and a big cut in the gate and ready to ride to glory when it was me? Me that taught them every shift in turn. You pick your brains and steal your stunts, and then when you're disabled by a fall, it's them that's up there under the top taking the bows.
Have another cup of coffee, Doctor.
Thank you, I will.
Miss Price?
Oh, yes, thank you. These circus wagon offices absolutely intrigued me. Yours is very nice.
Well, thanks. Doctor, I don't know how to thank you for what you've done.
Oh, no thanks are necessary. I was just taking care of a couple of patients.
Dr. Christian, you missed your calling. You should have been a detective.
Well, diagnosing a disease is something like running down a criminal.
Well, when JoJo broke down and confessed to the cops that he's been trying to run Benning and Brown into the ground ever since that big-time days, you could have knocked me over with a feather. It's hard to understand the motive.
JoJo was insanely jealous of Benning and Brown, especially after his injury put an end to his own days as an aerialist.
Where did you learn of this poison, Doctor?
Oh, Curare is quite well known in this country in large medical centers. It is used as an adjunct to anesthesia. Really, it's a South American poison used by the Indians years ago.
But what made you think the poison was on the rope?
Oh, I remember. We remarked about JoJo wearing those huge gloves when he was doing a mimic of the aerialist.
Yes, and why should JoJo wear gloves when the others did not? Also, I saw that Benning and Brown had rope burns on their hands. In a flash, it came to me that the poison could easily be placed on the ropes and could be absorbed into the body through the rope burns.
It was an amazingly ingenious system.
Yes, but that's what defeated him.
Only because he dropped the bottle of Curare in front of a doctor who recognized it and understood its symptoms. Oh, what a break for justice.
Judy, when you've lived as long as I have, you will find justice always gets the breaks. Wrongdoing never pays off in the end.
And the curtain descends on another Dr. Christian prize play with our star, Jean Hersholt, waiting to greet you. But first, a word from Judy.
You may be the next victim. Yes, sore hands is no respecter of persons. Anyone who works hard with their hands, mechanics, farmers, carpenters, painters, printers, even and especially housewives, may find their hands have become tender, red, irritated. And then it's uncomfortable and sometimes next to impossible to keep on working. The thing to do is guard against sore hands. Give your hands before and after protection with Vaseline petroleum jelly. Just do this. Before you begin work, smooth Vaseline petroleum jelly liberally on your hands. In this way, you form a protective film that helps keep dirt and grit from grinding into the skin. This protective film of Vaseline petroleum jelly also safeguards against infection, makes dirt and grease easier to remove. Then, after washing up, apply Vaseline petroleum jelly again, this time to supplement the natural skin oils washed away by strong soap, and to hasten healing of nicks and cuts. Just try this Vaseline petroleum jelly before and after protection for a day or two, and you'll immediately notice how much better your hands feel. And remember, there are many petroleum jellies on the market, but only one bears the trademark Vaseline. That trademark, owned by the Cheesebro Manufacturing Company, is your guarantee of absolute purity. And now here is Jean Hersholt.
Thank you very much. I know you want to hear something more about the authors of tonight's story, Curare. Joe Cook, at 23, is a radio veteran of over 10 years. He's been newscaster, master of ceremonies, writer, and sales promotion manager. Dr. Simon G. Sachs got his MD degree at the University of Minnesota. He's a practicing physician in Duluth, has written for the medical journals, but this is his first attempt at popular fiction. Next week, our prize play is Scandal in the Fourth Dimension by Amelia Reynolds Long of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So we invite you all to hear the Vaseline Program next Wednesday evening, same time and same station. And until then, I'll say good night.
Oh, you've got chapped lips? Then get Vaseline Lip Ice. Healing begins almost instantly. Only 10 and 25 cents. For quick relief, quick healing, ask your druggist for Vaseline Lip Ice. Next week's Dr. Christian prize play is a delightful fantasy, Scandal in the Fourth Dimension. If you like screwy entertainment, don't miss it. Art Gilmore speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.